E and F as your auxiliary keys. Q is usually a block. WASD to move around, and then basically shift and right and left mouse buttons to like do your moves. So basically, you're doing combos like in a fighting game.
Yeah. Take it, just get some getting used to it, I guess.
Yeah, I mean that's the reason why I didn't play it. Like you get used to it. Like after like just once it breaks in, it becomes natural. Like you can also hotbar some things. Like some things like you put it on hotbar so you can easily animation cancel and stuff.
Yeah, the issue was with my ping, I could never animation cancel. So I don't know how that would work now.
I know a lot of people play from Australia. It causes a lot of desync. Like somebody thinks that like you got grabbed but you didn't.
Oh my god. A post on Reddit that makes me have faith in Reddit. Someone asked which Sork offhand to use, and every comment is correct.
Oh.
And guy's like, so I have this AP offhand and an accuracy offhand I saw people using. He quoted Fanaram. He's like, which is better? Everyone's basically like, okay, Rick for like small scale PvP more than like one-on-ones because you want the evasion. Kudum's best in slot for PvE, and the accuracy offhand's good for 1v1s, or if like you feel survivable enough in larger scale, you can use it there as well.
You agree?
Yeah, it's pretty much dead on. Sork should not be using the AP offhand unless you're a god like Mac.
You know what, Jack? If you were interested, you could just ask Bo if you can use his account. He's got most
Okay.
classes leveled to 56. So
Oh, I seen. I would just play them like a bag of shit because I've no idea what the fuck I'm doing.
yeah, but you get to test out the classes and fuck around with it, and he can be like, you know what, I'm gonna get into this game, or you can be like, nah, fuck it. Like I played every class or most every class, and I fucked around with it, just killing mobs, couldn't get into it, whatever.
I might ask him.
He'll probably try to sell it to you because he's got like costumes on like every character. He's got a bunch of fucking he spent a lot of money on the game. He's got a bunch of maids, like transaction maids, allow you to use the marketplace anywhere and allow you to access your storage anywhere. And he's got like 20 of them.
He's got more than you would ever realistically need.
Like you need like 3 maybe. Like one marketplace one and a couple of warehouse ones or something. I have one of each. I'm fine. He's got 20.
That's nuts.
The costumes are more ridiculous because like he rerolls every 2 weeks, so that's how he eventually has all the characters leveled up to like 56, and he has like 2 to 3 costumes on every character. It's like those are like $30 each.
Because when you start the game, you get like your pre-awakened weapon, so you just get your main weapon. So like if you're a wizard, you just get a staff. But like when you hit 56 on every class, you get awakened. That's where like the good fucking shit happens. So you don't really know if you like a class until you've gotten it to 56.
Really?
And he's got, because
Yeah,
like
it's like Ranger goes from using a bow to using a sword and is like more melee focused at its
Wait, what the
awakening.
fuck?
my like warrior playing a warrior with a sword and shield is really tedious on killing mobs because it's not a lot of high damage. But when you hit 56 and you get your awakened great sword, thing just fucking it's great. It's night and day. But like having the two combined when you weapon swap, you get to do your big damage skills with your great sword, but you get the weave in weapon swaps into like your free awakened abilities for like grabs and dashes and stuff like that.
I'm watching a video on the classes right now.
Artisan Memory is more expensive than KR by a lot, by twice as much. Aliens Tears are also twice as expensive. Everything's more expensive, just about. Ghillie suits are cheaper.
Their loyalty shop is pretty good because they get loyalty for doing like a ton of stuff, daily quests. They get loyalty when they buy pearls, so like here's a note there. He received 4,000 loyalty playing in a week. 4,000 in a week. I could afford a horse whistle, a 1-day horse whistle every single day.
Shit, I'm number 23 on wealth on this server.
Nice.
29 in growth. I'm a boss on this.
There's two different kind of forms.
What?
In a ranger, there's two different kinds of forms.
Every class has two different forms. There's pre-awakened and awakened.
You get a weapon
Yeah,
swap,
what's the
basically.
difference?
So, like on a ranger, like when you start, you get a longbow. That's your pre-awakened weapon. When you hit 56, you get a Common sword. So a lot of your shits are like you're more of a zoop dash in, dash around, and hit things with melee kind of class. Ranger's bad, dude. Don't play it.
It's something that they added later on. They wanted to give classes a weapon swap, and that's how they did it, was through the awakening. For most
Alright.
classes, the awakening weapon is like the main weapon. It's all your damage. It does significantly more damage than the pre-awakened. And some classes don't even use their pre-awakening for anything but like some buffs. Other classes use it for mobility and a couple CCs. But pretty much your awakening weapon is your main weapon, your main damage.
What would you say is the best class? Like, in your
Which
opinion?
which wizard DK is getting nerfed, got nerfed. Striker and Warrior are like the top 5.
Is there any classes that just like get in, kill cunts, and then get that and get out kind of thing?
Striker. Striker's just better at it
Yeah,
because they don't they won't.
Hello?
Die. Like as like a Meiwa, which is the class you'd be looking for otherwise, you deal a lot more burst real quick, but you're probably gonna blow up if you get caught. Strikers.
The stream snipe this noob.
You keep saying my second name wrong and it's triggering me. Coil, you're saying Cole. Yeah.
You still have your dude making the fucking grunt sound?
Wow, bro, you're just fucking mean.
Dude, don't fucking act like you wouldn't be an asshole in this game, too.
Oh, mate. I would be a bastard.
That's what I said when I first started. I was like, you know, once I get gear, I'm just gonna be a tyrant.
Yeah.
And I'm halfway there, so I'm only half of a tyrant.
What level are you?
60.
60. Wait, what? What's the max level?
There is no max level.
Oh my Jesus.
But the highest level that people have attained is that there's 2 level 62s in NA. Pretty much once you hit 61, most people are just like, yeah, alright, we're good. Because it's way too much work to farm. But a couple people have pushed through it. But basically, like, 61 is your general hard cap. But you can keep pushing if you want.
Pretty much 60 is where a lot of people stop. It's considered like you're at endgame, and then 61 is like to be the top of the endgame.
So I'm
And
pushing
62
61.
is if you're fucking crazy.
62 is just not an option for me.
No, 62 is like 6+ months of grinding 10 hours a day.
Yeah.
Big and Shiny started 62 push back like almost a year ago now.
All they do is grind, and they grind like 10, 12 hours a day. But to get to like 60, like, I don't know. Nasty's been just basically doing like relatively like moderate amount of farming, I would say. And you've been playing for like a month and you're 59. Get 50 in like a night, easy. You can get 56 like if you had somebody that was willing to carry you.
Yeah, above 56 is when it starts slowing down. People who know what they're doing have like made fresh accounts and pushed 60 and something like. Now people have, well, yeah, probably, but like their actual playtime hours was like less than 30 hours or something. Or no, days. Was, yeah, less than 30 days. Yeah, just when you're logged in.
I just noticed I'm fucking push to talk activated bullshit. What level do you need to do or need to be to do fun shit? Yeah. What's the gear grind like?
The RNG is like, it's some part of it.
Gear doesn't, like, gear doesn't disappear except for accessories.
I take it costs a lot to be good.
No, it's cheap. Since gear doesn't disappear, it has, I'd say, a lower chance of going up than an arcade, but you can.
It doesn't blow up.
It doesn't blow up, and like it's really cheap to regrade.
Well, okay. Accessories, they blow up.
Yeah.
You smash those together and they either go or they disappear. But armor, so you have, it starts at 0 and they can go to plus 15, right? And then after plus 15, that's when you need to use more expensive, like, stones, you need to use like for armor, you need to use concentrated armor stones instead of regular ones, which is basically, if you think about it, like the resplendence, right? In Arcade. So those will bring you from plus 15 to Pry, and then to Duo, then to Try, then to Tet, 10 to Pen. So you basically have like 5 levels past the plus 15. Now the thing is once you get to Duo, then it can start going down. Like all it does up until Duo is just take item damage, which can be expensive if it's boss gear. It's really easy if it's not boss gear. It's really cheap to repair if it's not boss gear. But if it's boss gear, you need memory fragments to repair. But at Duo, it won't go down until it's at Duo. So you can hit something to plus 15, hit it to Pry, it won't go down. It'll just take damage and you can repair it. And then once you get to Duo and you're trying to go to Try, that's where like it starts getting aids, because you'll go and you got to make sure you have proper fail stacks, and then it's still RNG. So if you try to go to Try and it fails, it'll go back down to Pry. So then you have to get it to Duo again to make another Try attempt. So Try is kind of annoying to get, but then even more annoying is Tet, because if you get it to Try finally, then you got to hit it again for Tet, and if it doesn't go, it goes back down to Duo, and you're like, oh, I got to get back to Try, but that fails, so that goes down to Pry, and then you got to start the whole climb back up again. So it can be annoying. It's Korean RNG, but it's like I say, like parts of it everywhere. I just do the main roads. Like there's like this big batch of them that like are all kneeling and praying, and like you just basically run up around the road until they respawn and blow them up. But I would say, I don't know if I think I prefer this as much as I am bitching about it. I prefer this over Arcade.
This wouldn't be so bad if you could get the regrade stuff easier.
Yeah, that's the thing, is that like basically like imagine the auction house like trying to get something that's limited on the auction house is probably the worst thing you'll ever see in a video game in your entire life. Yeah. The game gives back what you put in, which is really good. But the whole reason why I would like much rather deal with Arcade sometimes is because I could just pay somebody and buy the gear in Arcade. But in this game, like you can't do that. You've got to do it yourself. It's not as bad as, I mean, you know what enchanting like in Arcade. It sucks. Shit blows up. It fucking vanishes, right? But you could also be like, nah, fuck it, I'm done with this. You know, swipe a few $100 and buy the piece that you want. Here, you can't do that.
See, my bank balance would enjoy that part, but
once you get like what you need, or if you just buy Foe's account, if you just get what you need, like to play, all you need to do really is to worry about value packs. Now, value packs are, imagine if an Apex in in Arcade gave you one Apex gave you Patron. It's basically that, except for you can only sell so many a week. So you can only sell up to 5 cash shop items on the marketplace a week. So you can't really pay to win very easy. So
and it's not good money conversion.
It's not worth it. So you wouldn't want to.
Yeah, it's like 1 for 1 now.
Actually, Jack, ask Moving Gun how his fucking ping is, because he plays with us.
is he not? Oh, he's English,
he just joined. Yeah.
Wait, is he here?
Yeah. He's in the channel. He's just quiet. You gotta turn him up.
Yeah. I need to tell. Oh my god. Hi.
Hi.
Yo, what's happening, bro?
Oh,
Yo, what's your like? How do you feel playing bDO on NA? Is it like laggy and shit? Like a lot of delay or what?
Yo, what up, Yorkie?
Don't notice the difference from me.
It's going good, dude.
How far away from Scotland are you moving?
I'm from Nottingham.
I don't know what that is in relation to Scotland, but I'm guessing.
I live
probably
in the
close.
middle of England.
Oh, okay.
The only problem Zell ever had playing was like when he tried to grapple someone, it would desync. But in general, like general attacks, it's fine.
Yeah, so I mean, my advice is don't play a grab the peasant class, don't play a berserker, basically, and maybe don't play a striker if you want to get your grabs off reliably.
Oh,
Probably-
you did tell me regrading my boss weapon was gonna cost a lot of money.
Huh?
You did tell me regrading my boss.
Oh, I told you it
weapon
was
would
going to be a
cost
pain in
lot.
the cunt.
Yo,
Yeah.
at plus 11, it went to plus 35 fail stack before it went. No. Yeah, I went on another account and got it. 11.
Yeah, see, that's what we're talking about, Jack, is when you like fail so much. Like, on one hand, it sucks that you failed that much, but that's a fail stack. A 35 fail stack that's a good try stack. So
There you go, Yorkie, you're
fail,
mod.
but you can turn that into a positive. Like, for instance, you know, this, and I'm still bitter about like me failing Tet so many times, but I now have 2 Tet stacks from failing that. So now I have I have a realistic chance of getting 2 Tet pieces eventually, which is gonna be fucking nice.
Right, so you can basically like, is it, see the fail stack? Does it work for everything? So like, I can try and
Oh
do,
shit, it's
like,
moving
one
gun.
item, say that I don't really care
Moderator.
about, and then get my fail stack up, and then
That
go for
that's how you
something
fail
like that.
stacks.
Yeah,
So
that's how you do
I
it.
use cheap shit.
Yeah.
And I just slam on it. I use a mixture of reblast shit, which you can't resell. I just use a negative karma alt. If you have a negative karma alt, you can get that from just killing horses in the wild. That's under level 10. They can instant res. So you can just keep spamming res, and they, when they die,
Oi.
and you're a negative karma, and you die to PvE, you have a chance of your gear degrading. So I just degrade all my cheap shit, and then I keep hitting it again, right? And I also fail stack on my higher fail stacks. I use an alt gear, and when it goes too high, like if I'm trying to jam the fail stacks up there and it boom, it hits try, I just turn around and fucking sell it and collect my fucking 90 mil.
Yeah, you basically fail stack on gear that you buy from a vendor for really cheap. And you just fail purposefully on it. And then you use your real gear to when you get the stack high enough.
Yeah, that's looking nice and juicy. That's when you start taking the chance on, and basically when you're like going for like a risky, and this isn't something you have to worry about right away. But once you start looking to do like tets and tries, like you're fine making the attempts as long as you have the fail stacks in place and you're prepared to get it back to whatever it was, right? Because if you're not ready for it to go, if like you just don't have any fail stacks, you know, set up on your character, you don't have any backup mats, you don't have a way to reliably get it back to try if you're going for Tetris sake, for example, then you're gonna be fucking pissed because now you're stuck with a duo piece of shit that may just go pry in the next round, and you have to fucking like wait until you get those mats again. Like you just gotta be smart about when you hit shit. And I've been
so
smart.
basically, don't regrade something that's like okay unless you've got a lot of failed shit ready.
You need the biggest thing is
to do it again.
Yeah, and the supplies. That's why, like, when you start playing the game, you're gonna notice you're gonna get a lot of armor stones and weapon stones, and you're also gonna get sharps and hards, which are like the super versions of those. Yeah, like responding. You save that shit. Like, it's easy to like want to just sell it to get fucking money, but save it.
Is this the Jack?
Yeah.
Bonjour,
Oh, hi.
je m'appelle Jacques.
Yo tengo un gato en mis pantalones y el gato es el diablo.
Wait, we just went from French to Spanish. Taco.
Burrito, burrito, fulfill all your wishes. My taco flavor kisses.
Oh my god.
I'm done.
I'm gonna kill myself.
That's a wee bit worrying.
What's up? How's it going? Are you playing bDO too?
We're talking.
They're manipulating me.
I told them
You
only
say it's
adolescent.
$10, and then you just told me, yeah, you need to at least put like 100 quid if you want to enjoy the game.
Yeah,
And
100
then
quid.
after that, you need to buy like
Okay,
another
tips.
like
When
20
you go to
things.
buy the game on their website, pick an American country because say if you buy something in England, it costs €30 for like that pack. Right? If you switch to America, it costs $30. It's cheaper if you switch to America.
So no, I told him that only adolescents and old people play WoW, and that he was a filthy casual. And then he started watching videos on bDO classes.
Nice.
So you trade with squid. Where do you
Oh,
keep
you
them
you
all?
guys pay for
Squids,
things
man.
with squids?
Yeah.
So you like walk into a bar and you just put a squid on the bar and be like,
20 squid here and there. I've always got 20 squid in my pocket, just in case. Yeah, pretty much. You never know what's going to be around the corner.
Are you farming their own?
Oh yeah.
I got 5 of them.
You don't have to worry about jewelry with the new stuff they added. You can farm up a really good set.
I got
Yeah.
5 of the rooms in like an hour.
they
It's
they
such
just
RNG though.
Jack, they just nerfed the XP you needed to get up through level 61 by like a third. So the grind is a lot easier. Plus, they just introduced like a really sweet accessory set in Medea that you can just go farm up. You don't have to fucking enchant.
Also,
So-
I don't need to like farm in the fucking dungeons.
Well, I mean, if you
and all
want
that shit.
awesome stuff, like obviously you're gonna have to like.
Well, there's
you know,
no
make-
dungeons, are there?
Nah, I was trying to refer towards the library of Arcade, but I forgot it was a library, not a dungeon.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
the whole game is a library. Like,
Oh,
it-
fucking kill
Pretty
myself.
much.
like basically like you basically have towns and you have like this whole worker network which you basically use to like pay workers to go gather materials for you. As long as you're logged in, they
Slaves.
gather materials and you can
Hey, they work
process
for
them
beer.
and craft out of them, and you make money with the materials they get you, right? You can AFK fish, so you can always make all this passive income. But with like these accessories, you don't have to spend your money on them. You just get them as a drop and throw them on.
They're
Until
like
you want
they're
great
better than most base accessories because you have to enchant your accessories up. So they're better than most base ones. So it saves you a bunch of time and money.
What's the PvP like?
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Or somebody ends the fucking lead.
No,
Nasty,
but
I
like
just
how many
found that
people at one
it's,
time kind of thing?
Most of the time, it's small scale in the open world.
That's like
And then-
that was me, Ellie, and Nasty fighting like a bunch of 5 people out at Helms on Sunday.
I think it depends on if you get a Node Wars or not.
And then you could do Node Wars, which is larger scale, but you remember Horton from Arcade, right? They're like a big successful guild named FML that I'll probably join at some point. And we
Wait,
hang
you will?
yeah, like Nasty and I hang out in their TeamSpeak, and Cinna does.
Oh,
too.
Proto and
We're with
Shep?
there. Yeah, Proto and Shepherd G and Pandemonium and all them.
Oh my god, Panda fucking Jesus Christ.
Yeah, no, the first thing I did, like when I came to the team, like, oh, is Pandemonium? Is he still salty as fuck?
God damn. So you can just randomly get like killed anywhere.
Well, the thing
Like,
is,
anyone
like,
can just jump
so
on
like
you.
when you're not life skilling or and doing stuff with like to make income, like cooking or processing or trading or whatever, you're out grinding, like, and basically like that's like it becomes like a lifestyle just to be like, okay, I'm gonna go, and you pick an area, like you can go farm at Rogues, you can farm at Helms, you can farm at Pirates, you can farm at Sawsons, you can farm at Gaha's Bandits. You could farm in these areas, and there's rotations. And people will come into your rotation, or you'll go into their rotation, and that's when it becomes contested. Either you'll fuck off, they'll fuck off, or somebody's gonna fight.
And then you get griefers, and then Senna gets salty.
And And then there's people like Nasty and Foe that'll karma bomb the fuck out of you because you have karma, right? Remember in Arcade where you get crime points? In this game, you have what they call karma. You have 300,000, right? And you lose if like I killed somebody that was like somebody basically took all their gear off and I just killed them, I lose 120,000 karma for that kill. And when you hit 0, you're red. You're a red player. And that means like guards will attack you. Like if you die, like other people, you're basically like a pirate. But your shit can degrade if you're not in the desert. All that crap. I mean, there's a lot more details to it, but basically, that's karma bombing. So you don't generally just flag up on somebody. Like you can do it once or twice, but what you do is you basically just have your guild deck on them because once your guild's decked on them, like and we've left it, we've got some decks up that we've had up for ages, including Santa's Guild. And
yeah.
Once the deck is up, you could just kill each other unlimited. So, like, if somebody's coming in your spot and you think they're going to be trouble, you deck on them. And if they're going to stay around, you're just going to keep slaughtering them. Then there's, like, all you're doing is, like, entertaining yourself. Conversely, if you roll up on somebody's spot and they kind of back off for a while and then you see a deck go through, they're coming to take it away from you again. And then you could also switch servers because there's, like, 30 fucking servers you can choose from. So, like, if somebody...
You can switch servers at any time.
Yeah,
so
it's like channels.
It's one big server, but there's different channels.
Oh, right. So, like, different instances, basically?
Basically, yeah.
So, like, a lot of the guilds that are that we fight are on Balno 6. But if you go, like, elsewhere, like, if you... Yeah. Yeah. Like, that guild that, like... that was me, Nasty, and Ellie fighting 2 different guilds on Sunday. And we've been fighting them, like, on and off all week. No, just like that screenshot that I posted. That was, like, at Helms.
What's these fucking... There's different tiers of horses? What the fuck?
There's no fast travel, so it's all horses.
As a new player, you get a tier 3 on day 3, I think.
I got a
thought you
tier
got a tier
5.
five.
I got a tier 5 as a returning player.
Returning is tier 5, new player is tier 3.
I was a
See
returning
that
player.
map? No, see, that looks fucking like, it looks so fucking weird. I don't understand it.
Yeah.
When you look at the map, it looks
When you look
so
at the map,
funky.
you gotta figure everything is like that because every like basically what do they call them
Nodes.
yeah, but I was trying to think of like a more common word, not like what they're literally called, like a landmark. Every like landmark, so like a city or an outpost, those are nodes, and you connect those so that they can interact with each other. So basically, like if you have, like if there's like a node that you want to go like have your worker farm wheat at, you connect that to that town, and that worker will go out, farm that wheat, and keep loading up your warehouse with it. And then when you're ready to process the wheat, either turn it into flour or make beer out of it or whatever, then it's there for you to do what you want to do, or you can sell it. But it's usually smarter to do something with it. And that's like the tool you can use if you wanted to like plan out like nodes, or if you're trying to find a specific node or whatever. That's pretty much got all the information you want. If you want to know where a world boss spawns, all that stuff.
What are the world bosses like?
They're not like Arcade world bosses where people fight over them.
Yeah.
Usually, It's basically everybody that can show up there will show up there and try to get enough hits on it so they can get a drop.
What?
Yeah, like
Yeah, I was never a fan of RNG.
you get some loot, but like if you're looking for like a boss drop, you're not gonna get that just from going through a boss. Like boss gear is pretty coveted, so you like the end game like highest tier armor you can get would be like, since you have 4 armor slots, you want all 4 pieces boss gear, right? You want the boss awakening weapon, you want the boss main hand weapon. Except with a few exceptions, like boss gear is best in slot. Exceptions would be like offhands aren't necessarily true, and red nose armor sucks.
Oh, the music's alleviating
That doesn't
my
suck, but
bad
like
day.
compared
It
to
sucks.
Dintry armor, it's like not worth enchanting.
Yeah, Ellie.
If you're like Ellie and you just want to buy shit and not enchant shit yourself, then fucking get red nose, because you could probably just buy it.
It's not worth the money. I'd rather
Well,
put that money towards like bidding on tree.
yeah, but he's never around to
What?
snipe anything. That's the other thing. Like when you're trying to snipe boss gear, you actually have to be
I
present.
don't want to see that going on at night.
Not
Not
have a
with Nasty
bot.
Spot.
It's true.
Good music.
I doubt he doesn't crack on to use it.
You don't have a fucking bot for this game as well, Nasty, do you?
I don't want to see that going on at night.
All right, I think I settled on my final colors. Well, yeah. What do you think?
A clean victory Good, good. Very good.
Is it too dark?
You have some white shit on you.
It's lilac, thank you.
What's that called? I can play it too.
I don't know. I feel like the green doesn't fit. Just fucking with them.
Because I can't see green if it was there.
Aren't you supposed to pray under the moonlight?
It looks good.
No? Oh. I guess it might not be.
But the lighting doesn't do it justice because that's the thing, you know, with the but the that lilac shit, like it looks really good like in different lighting.
Looks distinguished because of short.
It just looks like you've got some snow on you that you need to like brush off.
Yeah, yeah, I've been out in the
It's
It's beautiful.
You look like you're running around with a bush on your back. You have a little bush on your back. You've got like, from what I can see, you've got like little fucking
That's
ears.
my other
That's all I
costume.
can- Oh my fucking Jesus Christ!
Looks like you're wearing the arcade trailblazer. Yeah.
And that's my striker. Which I might start playing again.
Oh my god! What the fuck? Mate, what's that guy? Fuck. I need to find it. I need to find the name of that show. Fucking hell. I can't think of the show that face is out of, and it's annoying the fuck out of me. No, I think it was on Nickelodeon or something. I have no idea. What the fuck is this character? This is killing me.
So give me a discount. I'll cancel the wood mill plan if you
Welcome.
What
Quack.
the fuck?
Fish here are fresh. Quack.
Can't you even do that?
Welcome to Velia. Need to use the storage?
Yeah, sure.
Do better.
Frick, right? No?
Just admit it.
But I can't.
So Valkyrie's a support?
Jack, that's what your daily rewards are when you start playing.
What?
Don't play a Valkyrie. Don't play a fucking Valkyrie.
Why?
It's not good. It's not
Wait,
bad.
what
1v1,
is the
to
most
be honest.
AIDS thing that everyone hates to like?
Right now, it's striker. Right now, it's
strike
striker.
as?
Witch and Wizard. It's Witch Wizard Warrior Striker, like a universally pretty hated. DK is hated right now, but I'd be careful because of that big nerf coming in. Like the big nerf doesn't seem that bad. It just means that you need to be good at playing the class instead of just right now it's kind of a face roll. Like it's too invulnerable too much of the time. You have to be more precise with your shit now. I don't know. DK, I like DK. I like the play style of DK. It feels really good. It's powerful, just not going to be as good as it was or currently is.
Striker's a melee class.
I would probably stay with, like, Striker is pretty OP, but if you're worried about your ping, you're probably going to miss a lot of the grabs, and that's a lot of what Strikers do. That's the other thing is that Wizard's really good at fucking farming too. Like, you have an easy grind.
I like shit with like a lot of mobility.
It's a grand castle.
You want a story? I'll tell you a story for a penny.
You'll respect me greatly once you taste my cookie.
So if you drink
So,
for this information,
when you log in, you're gonna get a value pack.
Must you do this?
It's like the subscription video.
There are so many dramatic stories.
You should at least buy me a dark beer. The village.
Buy me a drink. I'll give you information.
I can imagine my fucking graphics card dying, or my graphics cards dying to this game. Mate, I'm watching the DK Awakening. Mate, that looks fucking fun.
When you level, make sure you play on Olvia.
What, sorry?
When you level, make sure you play on Olvia. It's 100% XP boost all the time on them servers.
Fishing is such awesome money right now.
What do you play, Senna? Ah.
I asked for the most broken, annoying class that I could play that would be easy for me to learn because, you know, transitioning from healer. And, which is it? I'm all earth and lightning, and he's all like fire and water. Wait, you can't do that? I thought wizard could do everything a witch could do. Oh, okay.
Jack, you know how like in Arcade, like we would get to like a certain level before we could, you know, actively PvP and go do stuff like world bosses and whatnot. This
Yeah.
game isn't like a race; it's more like a marathon kind of thing. And what they're telling you, if you're playing Witch and Wizard, you're basically gonna have a much easier ride on your marathon because you're gonna be, you know, you're gonna be getting into, you know, grind spots and stuff, and like Nasty and Senna have been able to PvP with pretty shit gear for a lot easier than other classes would. They're not very gear dependent.
See the videos or the videos I'm watching. Like the teleport seems to be like off cooldown pretty like quick though.
So, like a lot of the siege guilds and node war guilds, they use a lot of witches and wizards because they're very powerful, and the wizard alts do a fuck. They can basically one shot a bunch of people, but
It's
they
like
also
the
rotate.
Revenant, basically.
They also get to rotate out their protect areas. So like they'll basically just call out like rotations of protect areas so that basically like they're protecting their allies in that area.
Fuck it. Is Witch like and Wizard the same thing, just different? Mm-hmm.
It's a lot more like AoE. Yeah. Yeah. People bitch about it all the time. Like, why the fuck does Wizard ever use your grab skill? I'm pretty sure it's in the pre-awakened kits.
Wait, what the fuck? The witch is a weak awaken? What?
Which is a lot more defensive.
Listen. The last box has everything. Has boobs.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
Do you really need to think about this?
Better DPS sustain. You see, like, better DPS sustain would be better, would it not? But, well. Does Witch have, like, no burst whatsoever?
Yeah, wizards don't have tits.
Reactive class against an aggressive class.
Always
See,
told you, because you were playing a healer. I'm like, dude, you need to get yourself like a fucking melee set because you're aggressive. You're an aggressive fucking player. You should probably just play wizard. You can choose an old man or a young person now. You don't have to just play an old man wizard.
Yeah, but I don't get to pick boobs, which is not good.
No. But you can,
Fuck's sake.
but like that doesn't mean witches can't still fuck up. They will fuck people up.
To say.
You're beating me on fishing. By one level. Wait, did you pay to win the costume? How much? I have a professional fisher's uniform. Yeah, it's in my mail. Well, rewards. No, I'm the same level as you. You get it at Artisan. Wait, are you Artisan free? Oh, never mind. We're the same level.
This fucking site sucks so much cock. bDO database. Like, I'm trying to hover over shit and it just stuck on loading.
What's in your awakening? It's on
Plus-
either the far right side or the top.
It's Q. Well, there you go. Now you can grab them. I'll be back in a bit.
You going with them?
It's time to level. I got 2 hours worth of 200%. Yeah, I'm 6% right now. Yeah, making gains. Grats. Just one level away. I mean, I'm really only leveling every other day. I pretty much just pop both of my 200% and go grind it out for a couple hours, and then I stop. We had a miserable loss at Node War yesterday. It's stalemated, but we were still very obviously outclassed. We were fighting Guardians. It's no joke. Like I couldn't kill any of them. I just would hit them and be like, oh, I didn't do anything. Sad face. I mean, I got a few people like but some of their like people in the front line were like tanky, so tanky. I was just like, okay, yeah. And I really hate Striker. I really hate Strikers. Strikers are the lamest thing to ever exist. I swear. There's just nothing you can do. They just pick you up and you're just like, oh well, okay, just go ahead. Yes. It's so terrible. Like if I ever have a striker that catches me, I'm just like, oh, okay, go ahead, just end it for me.
My John.
No, I haven't.
It's okay.
I need to figure out what other buffs I should be having besides the 3. Because I looked at their buff bar and be like, what the fuck are they using? Like they were like buffed out the ass. And you were just like, what? I'm over here with like my like Valencia meal, Serendia meal, and like my Magoria meal, and I'm like, oh, baby buffs over here.
They get in groups of 5 and they run elixirs.
Are you guys even getting in groups of 5?
No, and I've already complained about it once.
I mean, you saw FMLs like.
Yes, exactly. I was like, guys, we
yeah.
really need to be in groups or something. Because here's the other thing that made me mad. This
How
is
do you
what
guys
I
manage
actually
protect areas then?
because you get protect area even if you're outside the party because of your guild.
Yeah, but I mean, how to coordinate it? Isn't it easier to do?
Oh, he just called since there's not a lot of witches and wizards, they just call names. Well, they don't even call names, to be honest. Somebody just says, "I got mine's up," and then the next witch and wizard, the volunteers next. But there's only like 4 witch and wizards in our guild, so it's like there's not a lot of us to really coordinate with. No, here's the retarded thing, and I was actually ranting about this to Sirik last night because I'm pretty sure this is not the guild for me. I've just got to figure out a way to nicely bow out. I got really frustrated.
Literally just open the guild panel and click leave.
Do you want me to do it for you? I'll literally make an account right now, sign
I
on,
like them.
tell
They're
the
nice.
guild
They're
leader
nice
that
people.
you think he's a prick.
They're nice people, but the thing is there's no real shot calling and there's no real leadership in terms of PvP leadership. And I say that because, okay, I'll give you an example. We first of all, our base placements are shit, and I haven't had the heart to tell him, because I watched the thing on Node Wars to kind of figure out what should we be doing, because we placed a node war. We did a node war on Sunday night, and where he put the node war was in Medea, and he put it under a cliff and literally put walls around it, and people just came up from above the cliff and were attacking us from the top of the cliff, and they're like, "LOL, nice base, LOL, LOL," and it was just like, what the fuck? And they were right. Our base placement was retarded. Like, they just literally sat up there and like rained arrows on us, and we were like, "Oh well, this is a bad idea." And he was like, "Well, I was really trying to just snipe it because it was a tier 3." Well, it wasn't a snipe. We had 3 other guilds place, and one of them ended up being Illuminati. And Illuminati had this AIDS base placement because they're obviously a node war guild that knows where to place AIDS bases. So they put it right inside the what is that fucking thing called? They placed it inside the Sarma outpost, inside the outpost, and literally put barricades in the door. And since there's no way to get inside the base without going through the front door, which has barricades, and then they put the watcher right there behind the barricade. So basically, if you tried to storm the barricades, they just hit you with the watcher and just killed you. And so we kept dying, and it was just so then we get an elephant push, but then they kill us, they kill the elephant, and it was just like, give up. Watcha.
What you mean?
Watcha. So it's just stupid. So then yesterday, it's kind of the same thing. He just put it in a field, and I'm like, do you not get the concept that when you place a base and you're going to defend the base, you probably want to put it in a place where you can create a choke, so that they're forced to come at you through a choke, or put it on a high ground. No, we're in a damn field of flowers.
I love there's one in Valencia that's up like south of Gahaz, where you can put a base at the top of this cliff where there's only like one little rock that you have to jump and climb up on, otherwise you can't get up to the base, and it just makes you completely invulnerable.
Yeah, exactly. You gotta find the AIDS base placements like that. But it's like, no, field of flowers.
How do you buy this game with NA? So I don't spend buy it in euros. That's what I was kind of asking. I thought.
So anyways, to finish my story, essentially what happened was one of the leader of Guardian put a cannon up on a hill right near us, because we're of course at the bottom of a fucking hill, and is just shooting us with a cannon. Him and like another officer. All right. No big deal. So send a team of people to go kill it. Oh no, the guild leader goes, and of course everybody's following the guild leader. So everyone goes to the 2 people fucking shooting cannons, and everybody was just like, a team probably could have handled this. And so we left the Guardian base after we'd already pushed and destroyed a flame tower. We left the base to come take care of 2 people on a fucking cannon, and then what does they do on their base? Oh, they rebuild the flame tower we just took down.
They have 4 billion Zoop Zoop classes in that guild. 2 of them should have been harassing the base.
I found this in my screenshot folder.
Like, you just hitting people trying to rebuild?
Yeah. You either have rangers that can shoot over the walls, or if there's an opening in the wall, ninjas and musas just kind of go in there and just, you hit them and run. You don't try to kill anyone, you just make sure they can't rebuild.
Makes sense.
Wait, moving gun. Can I not just use a VPN if that's what that is?
No, the price depends on what you put in this box here. Now, when you go to buy something, you get that page, that screenshot I just posted. You just have to say you're from America on that page and put some fake address in, and it will let you pay in USD.
Ah, sweet. Senna,
we miss you.
Yeah,
miss you guys too.
You made me remember Arcade so much there. Just the powerful rant about no leadership and PvP.
Dude, it was ridiculous.
Our problem is that we need to get everybody to have gear so we can be part of something, because we can't even join FML and they're our friends.
Do you know you need Unji? Yeah,
I just wanted to basically experience a node war, and now I do. Now I've experienced a node war, and it sucks. It sucks to be undergeared trying to do node wars. If
know,
you
we've been having a
literally,
lot of fun, like just fighting people like over fucking spots and shit.
yeah, I've done a lot of that. That to me is a lot easier than a damn tier 1 node war. The funny part is you used to go to a tier, like on Sunday, we were up, let's see.
Keep in
They
mind
went
that the
again on like,
state of Node Wars is really fucked right now because all the other guilds are getting pushed down. So you're getting a lot of fucking like people you should not be fighting at a tier 1 at a tier 1.
I really feel like that. We're going up against people that are super geared, and you're like, you could probably do tier
Every
3s. Holy
guild
shit.
every guild that has a kingdom or whatever, a castle or what do you call them? Even FML, they're in fucking Team Saga. Like half of them are in like Team Saga, like running around doing Node Wars with them. Man Up's in fucking Fractal doing their thing. You know, all these guilds are just coming down, and then they're fucking the tier 3s, which are pushing the tier 3s down to tier 2s, which is fucking the tier 2s. So the tier 2s are, I mean, they're fucking the tier 1s.
It's pretty frustrating. Because it'd be nice to actually fight a legit tier 1 guild, but we're not getting legit tier 1 guilds.
No, you're not. And I'm just kind of keeping my nose to the grindstone. Like, I'm just going to get myself there. And then, like, there we go. By that time, Proto should have shed, like, a fucking, you know, about 10 fucking members or so. And they'll be looking for new members again. And we'll be like, all right, we'll fight your battles.
Yeah.
What is Proto still like goody two shoes kind of like?
No,
let's not start drama.
No. They try to be TT6. They even say FML because their guild is FML. They even say FML loves you. Like it's kind of endearing that like they're, you know, trying to copy TT6 so much, but at the same time, like, you know, they're doing their own thing. But they were going pretty hard trying to be a TT6.
What the fuck? How's this Alaska? What? Oh, never mind. Fixed it. Right, we cushed it, boys. We got it in USD. But when I try and like check out with PayPal, it's all in some fucking fucked up lingo. Password is literally watch to word. I have no idea.
It's in USD, I guess.
Yeah, see, like when you were paying in USD, were you paying like credit card or PayPal?
PayPal.
Yeah, see when you open it up in PayPal, it's like fucking really good lingo. Like where it usually just says password, it says watch to word, wish to word or some shit.
Yeah, but
Alright, I'm gonna go level.
Bye.
Right, sweet. How the fuck did I download it?
When you log into your account and there's a download link in your account.
I feel like you're not being serious, Nasty.
Isn't it a rip-off though that if you live in the UK you have to pay a lot more than US?
I know. We just make more money, so it doesn't really affect us that much, I guess.
Ooh.
Fuck.
Faggot.
This game shit. You're refunding me, Zerbers.
Hey.